The information is rolling on in. Get it? Get it? It's a driving joke. Ladies and gentlemen, 2K Drive is real. Lego 2K Drive is real. And boy, oh boy, is it somewhat divisive. But with this video right here, I'm going to actually go on ahead and inform you about everything that you could possibly need to know about the game, all in one easy and convenient manner. Of course, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment and hit the thumbs up button. I thank you guys so very much for your support, and I hope that you find the video to be informative. So let's get into it, shall we? First and foremost, the first piece of information is, of course, the trailer itself. It is absolutely incredible. It is so wacky and has such a great sense of fun, really capturing some of the elements that we've seen in other racing video games similar to this, like the kart racer genre, similar to things like Mario Kart most famously. So obviously the trailer is great. You're going to be seeing it roll through, as well as all the images that have been released over the course of today. So again, feel free to go on ahead and take a look at all of that. Next up, let's go on ahead and in a rapid fire fashion, get through some information that might not be all that exciting, but certainly is very important to know about the game, because I'm sure there will be people that will be curious about some of these elements. First and foremost, the official title of the game is actually Lego 2K Drive. I've been seeing some people call it Lego Drive, some people call it 2K Drive, but the official title is actually all three of those elements, Lego 2K Drive. The game, interestingly enough, will actually be releasing on a lot more platforms than I personally expected, which might explain why in some trailers it might not look quite as great as we would have liked it to, because this will be a previous and current gen video game, meaning that it will be releasing on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. It will be releasing on the Xbox Series X and S, but also the Xbox One. You will be able to pick this up on the PC on either the Steam or the Epic Games Store, whichever one you'd prefer. And if you're a Nintendo Switch owner, fear not, this game will be available to you as well. As far as the genre of the game is concerned, they went ahead and classified it as an open world driving game, which I actually find to be kind of cool, because this implies that there will be a lot of focus on the open world elements as well as the actual driving game elements themselves. The player count for this game is also very interesting, and that is 1 to 6 players online, which is super cool to see, because this is something that we have not seen in a Lego game in many years. So it's really neat that we're getting a Lego game that supports online play, and not just supports it, but you can play with up to 5 other friends, and including yourself, making for 6 players all at once, which is very cool. Next, the rating. This is going to be a ESRB rating of E10, so for everyone, 10 and above. Obviously, no grotesque violence or anything like that to be expected here, so worry not. This is not a GTA game. Then you have the official release date, which will be May 19th of 2023. And then we get into the more controversial side of things, and that is the price point, because this is something that a lot of people, deservedly so, have kind of raised their eyebrows at, thinking, is this really what it needs to be? So let's run through it. The game will be available in 3 different editions. So let's start with the most expensive one and then actually work our way down, and you'll see why. First and foremost, you have the Awesome Rivals Edition. This one is going to cost you $120. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Awesome Edition will be $99.99. And then the Standard Edition will be at 2 different price points as well. So if you're buying it on the current gen consoles, that's the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X/S, you will be paying $69.99. If you're buying it on the older generation of consoles, that would include, of course, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, and Nintendo. I don't know why PC is considered to be an older generation release, but it will run you $59.99. Now, of course, a lot of people immediately went ahead and said, hey, you know what? This does seem to be a little overpriced. I don't feel like this is a kart racer that will stand up to something like Mario Kart, hence why some people feel like maybe the price point is somewhat inflated and should be lower. And I honestly think that the only way to really assess whether or not those people are correct is to wait for the game to release, because unfortunately I did not get early access to play this game, so I can't really comment on the quality of the game until I have had a chance to play it myself. Now, I think that this is the perfect opportunity to discuss what the heck is actually in these editions. How are they different from one another? The standard edition, which is the cheapest of the entire bunch, is just basically the bare bones game. No bells or whistles, just basically the game itself and the core experience. So this is the entry level that you would go for, and it's available both in physical and digital formats. The Awesome Edition takes you up a notch, all the way up to $99.99. And for this one, you're actually going to get a new vehicle, a vehicle flare, and an in-game Lego minifigure along with your purchase. Now, beyond that, this is the much more interesting detail. Players will also receive the Year 1 Drive Pass, which will introduce an all-new biome in addition to 4 individual post-launch seasons of Drive Pass content, each with new vehicles and themes. And the reason why that's obviously a huge piece of information is because it confirms A, that the game will get at least 1 year's worth of content support after its launch and release on May 19th. But in addition to that, it also confirms that obviously there will be some type of a season pass element to this game. This will be controversial for sure because, of course, unlike Fortnite, Apex Legends, and games like Marvel Snap where they're free, this game requires you to first buy the game, and then if you want additional participation through the Drive Pass, it seems like you're going to need to pay up for that. It is interesting though that they went ahead and already confirmed that we'll be getting at least 4 individual post-launch seasons. I don't know if that means that there will be 5 for the first year, where the first season pass might be free along with the game, but then beyond that, there will be 4 additional ones. So that would imply that we would be getting 5 total seasons in the first year, maybe 4 seasons. Regardless, it's definitely cool to see that they are committing to at least 1 year of support, active support, with additional content for this game. And finally, we have the Awesome Rivals Edition, which takes you up another $20 above that. And it looks like the main distinction with this one is that instead of just getting a new vehicle, you're actually going to be getting multiple new vehicles, a vehicle flare, and in-game Lego minifigures. So obviously that's a lot of information to go on ahead and digest as far as which edition you want to pick up if you want to even buy any of the versions themselves. I also do want to mention that, by the way, if you buy the standard edition, they have gone ahead and confirmed that you'd be able to then separately buy the year pass. So don't worry if you're going through the decision making of like, hey, I do want to maybe get the pass, but I first just want to get the standard edition. You'd be able to pick up the standard edition and then separately purchase the pass and the pass content down the line. So that is something that has been confirmed as well. Beyond that, as far as details on the world of the game itself, they said the following. The story is set in a vast open world, and it really does look like it is a pretty giant open world, with some really cool biomes being covered throughout what we've seen so far. But players will journey across Bricklandia's multiple unique biome regions as they compete against a series of charismatic rivals with hopes of one day winning the coveted Sky Cup trophy. In LEGO 2K Drive, players choose how they want to play, with a wide open world to explore, full of racing, minigames, challenges, collectibles, and things to destroy, and well-known vehicles from LEGO themes like LEGO City, LEGO Creator, LEGO Speed Champions, and more to take control of. This almost seems like a great parallel to a game like Forza Horizon, where essentially you're playing through the open world, taking on a bunch of other challenges, and part of the fun is just exploring the different biomes and the fun areas that they've assembled for you to go on ahead and drive through. I also do want to say, on a bit of an aside here, all the gameplay that has been shown is actually really fun. It really does seem like it has a lot of great audio design with the bricks clicking and bashing as you're driving into things. I also think that they've done a really great job of showing some wonderful gameplay when it comes to the transitions from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle, because it looks like as you're competing on a track, you're actually going to be taking multiple forms. So let's say you're driving a regular car, but then if you reach a part of the racetrack that takes you onto a body of water, your car will then turn into a boat vehicle. And then if, let's say, you take to the sky, then your vehicle will get turned into an airplane. And it's a very seamless transition. Like, they did a great job from a technical standpoint of making this really cool gameplay element where it's almost like an actual Lego build, where you could go on ahead and take the same batch of bricks and convert them into different ideas and different vehicles as you go on ahead and play and build with them. So I think that they did a great job from that point of view. And speaking of building, let's talk about the customization, because this is one of the most impressive looking Lego customizers we have seen. It doesn't look like it applies as much on the actual character side of things, but boy, oh boy, we're going to get to build some really wacky looking vehicles in this game. LEGO 2K Drive introduces a diverse customization system that allows players to build their own vehicles to suit their taste. With over 1,000, yes, you heard me correctly, 1,000 unique LEGO pieces available over the course of their adventure, in addition to a wealth of color, designs, stickers, flares, and more. So basically, this is going to be an absolute LEGO builder's dream as far as being able to customize your own vehicles and taking them on the road and taking them, I guess, off the road as well to go on ahead and compete in some exciting races. Just a couple final details that I wanted to go on ahead and mention here. The game will go on ahead and support local co-op as well. So you're going to be able to actually play with friends as well with 2-person split screen supported in local co-op. So that's another detail for the people that maybe like to play co-op LEGO games in person. That is something that you will continue to be able to do with this one as well. Oh, and final detail, I did want to mention that if you are going on ahead and actually pre-ordering the game, there's a pre-order bonus, which will be kind of like a polybag build of some of the vehicles that are featured within the game. So if you want to jump on that, add it to your LEGO collection, make sure that you get your pre-order in for this game as well. So there you have it, guys. That is all the information for LEGO 2K Drive. And it's a lot. I know, and I know that some of the opinions that are being shared around this game are absolutely valid. I'll be honest, it's really difficult right now to justify whether or not this is something that deserves that $100 price point. If this game comes out and it feels like a game that is just as good and the same quality level of like a Forza or a Mario Kart, I think a lot of people will definitely turn their opinions around and say, hey, you know what? The gameplay here is very intuitive and it feels really fun to play, and the gameplay loop is a lot of fun to play. So therefore, maybe people will feel more justified in the price point. But as of right now, it's kind of an unproven commodity, and we really need to go on ahead and wait until the game drops in order to really judge it fairly.